It's our rhythm practice time. Okay, I thought I'd give it a theme song. I'm very excited about my theme song. I hope you like it too. So this over here is our treble clef. Remember, we have clefs at the beginning to tell us how high or how low we sing. In balladeers, we sing with 2 treble clefs. In concert choir, we sing with 2 treble clefs and a bass clef. And our bass clef tells us that that's our boy line, and they sing super low by the middle school time. Not super low, actually, somewhat low. Anyway, this is our treble clef. It's at the beginning of our music. And for our first note we're going to look at, we're going to write our 4, 4, because that is our meter, like we talked about last week. So it's going to say that every 4 beats get a measure line, and we're going to just make 1 measure of music. So I'm going to put 4 heartbeats down at the bottom. This is going to be my beat 1, my beat 2, my beat 3, and my beat 4. At the end of my music, I always want to put that double bar line. If this was only the middle of my music, I would just put 1 measure line. But this is like 2 measure lines, stop at the end, right? So I'm going to take and I'm going to put my biggest note that I have available for me right now. It is a whole note. Our whole note actually carries out 4 beats. It is a whole note. It is giant and it is whole. And just like a bounce, it's going to bounce 1, bounce to beat 2, bounce to beat 3, and then bounce to beat 4. And it's going to go all the way to the end of beat 4. So here's a beat 1 end, beat 2 end, beat 3 end, beat 4 end. And our whole note carries out 4 times. So if we clapped it, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Help me. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this is our whole note, and we go from whole to a half note. Think about our half note. Do you remember how long our half note went? We have 1 beat. Here's beat 2. Here's beat 3. Here's beat 4. I'm going to put 2 lines at the end, so those are our double bar lines at the end. I'm going to put a half note here. And my half note actually kind of looks like my whole note right now, huh? So I'm going to put a line here, and that is called a stem. And my stem tells me it's not a whole note because it has that there. And it is 1/2 of the whole. Oh my goodness, what does that mean? It means that it's only going to be 2 beats. So we're going to go to end of beat 1, end of beat 2, and then we're going to stop for a second because that sound only goes 2 beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what do you think that does to the sound? It ends right here, right? So what should we do to finish up our measure? Because right now we're in 4/4 measure. I hope that you said we put another one. Thank you for those of you who remember we put another one. So it looks like a whole note with a stem. We're going to go to end of beat 1, end of beat 2, and ta-da, we have 2 halves. Let's do our whole. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do our halves. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nicely done. Thank you. So we have our whole notes and our half notes. However, we're going to now take a look at 3 other types of notes. And I have my heartbeat dots down here to remind me that that's beat 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice now that we have our treble clef at the top, our 4, 4, and I have my measure line here. So now we're going to treat it like a longer piece of music. Measure line here, and my what at the end? My double bar line. Thank you. So I'm going to have my quarter notes. My quarter notes equal how many beats? I hope you said 1. So it's going to go right on this heartbeat, and it's going to go to the end of that first beat. Remember, think of it like a ruler. So it goes to the end, and then it starts fresh on this next beat. So now we need to make a second quarter note to fill out this measure, right? 2, go to the end, 3, and notice that it's filled in. So our half notes were open, and now our quarter note is nice and filled in. Go to the beat 3, number 4, And remember, it has to go all the way to the end of that measure. So it carries through that sound. Help me, ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Next one. These are our 8th notes. And our 8th notes go 1 and, or if you've had me in class before, there are T, right? Our ta and our T. It goes 1 and. So this is only a half of a beat. So it goes to halfway through. And this little half has to go to the halfway to the next part. See it? Next one, beat 2, 1 and. So it goes a half a beat to the middle, half a beat middle to the end. 3, half a beat to the middle, half a beat to the end. 4, half a beat to the middle, half a beat to the end. And these are twice as fast as our quarter notes. So they go T, 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 T. Help me, and T, 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 T. Again, and T, 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 T. I'm giving that strong emphasis on the heartbeat and then softer on the T. Ready? And T, 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 T. Tas. Ready? And ta, 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 ta. T, 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 T. Feel that? Well, guess what? Oh, life gets harder in 4th grade because we suddenly have 16th notes. Not only are they a half a beat, but they're actually 1/4 a beat. So they look like this. And another line. So they look like our TTs, but they have another line up here. They're called a flag. And they're like this. So it's 4 little notes between one heartbeat and another. 4 little notes. 1, E, and is what we call them. 1, E, and And then the last one, 1, E, and And our 4th, make sure it goes all the way to the end, right? 1, E, and make sure that there's a line there, otherwise I'll think that they're 8th notes. So there we go. These go 4 times as fast as our quarter note and almost twice as fast as this. It goes 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So the sound goes 1 E and Say that with me. 1 E and faster. 1 E and fast. 1 E and 1 E and 1 E and So it goes 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So we have our ta, ta, with me. Ready? And ta, 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 ta. T, 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 T. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay.